Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Simply Together show on the 6th of Feb. Can you believe we're already rolling into February and, you know, life is just passing us by. So, I haven't been out. It's really windy. I don't know what was going on with that wind yesterday. That was just something else.
Oh, my God. It was exceptional.
Nikkei hasn't gone out with her coat on, so it must be okay. It's not too cold.
Oh,
okay?
I'm not that brave. The coat is in the car.
The coat is in the car. Okay. So we have got two fabulous guests here today. And how are you, Nikkei?
Do you know what? I'm excited. Events. I think we're talking events. So yeah.
We are talking events. Maybe a little bit of politics that comes in that as well, which I will quite like. But hey ho.
Yeah.
So I am going to talk to Tamar first, and then you're going to talk to Shantae after. So goodbye, lovely people. And
bye. See you soon.
Hello, Tamar.
Hey, sister. How are we doing today? You all right?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Definitely. Okay. Glad to be here today again. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Oh, no. Always welcome. So before we get into that big stuff that's happening in Luton, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah. So as the banner says, my name's Tamar Lavender Robinson. I'm born and bred in Luton. I've got a small business called The Business Mall, where I do small business consulting, talent management, and some production as well. I also do some community work through a brand called Luton's Very Own, where we do litter picking. We kind of keep an eye on fly tipping in the town and just try and bring people together for teamwork activities. Additionally, I just completed a master's from Brunel University in forgotten already. It's in strategy and artificial intelligence. So when I'm doing my consulting, we're bringing in an artificial intelligence side of things. So specifically, you know, with any CICs or small businesses that need help and want to utilize AI, I'm your guy. So that's what I've been up to recently.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and last but not least, I'm also a Step Forward Luton ambassador for the town, among many other people. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here today.
Fantastic. AI. I'm not really there yet. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm not there. But but it's coming, isn't it? It's already here. It's already here. And it's going to grow.
It is here. Yeah, 100%. And it's fine. Not everybody has to be up with all the latest. It's just about having it as a point of conversation and knowing that it's there, I would say. Yeah. And understanding how it can be used for good and bad.
Okay.
So don't worry, I've got you still. Don't worry.
Can I just tell you how tech phobe I am? I buy my mobile phone because it looks nice and pretty.
After that puts you in good company with a lot of people, so
not because it's got 3 cameras on it and what have you, and it does a lot of things, but actually I like it because it feels nice. And yeah, I know that's where I'm at. Okay, so you're going to really have to pull me into this whole AI stuff.
No worries.
So today you're here to talk about an event that's going to be happening in Luton in May.
Yes. May. So Radio 1's big weekend, which fantastically they've chosen Luton this year. So massive round of applause to everyone involved with getting it done. I don't know what the length it takes for it to happen, but when it was announced, I was over the moon, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's the 24th of May, 25th and 26th, which is the late weekend of May. And essentially, it's getting bigger and bigger since when they didn't do it in COVID. So they're going to have 4 stages across 3 days, and about 100,000 attendees are due to be there. So they're growing it again, consistently. The fact that it's in Luton, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. I don't know about anybody else listening and watching. However, when I heard it's going to be a national event, I said, wow, okay, what could it be? And then when it was announced, I was like, okay, we're here now. We're here. Everyone in Luton's been flying the flag and doing these rain dances and trying to get things down. And then they said, okay, we'll answer it. We'll bring it. Yeah. So congrats to everyone, and hope everyone's looking forward to it. First and foremost.
It's really exciting for the town. There's a little bit of me that's thinking, how the hell did that happen? But I'm pleased it did. And when it was announced, I said this the other day, there was a part of me that thought, that's fantastic. And there was another part that thought, can we pull this off? And then I thought, of course we can. Yeah, look at the football stadium. Look at what we're doing with the town and how great we've been there. So as soon as we got to the playoffs, before even promotion, playoffs, then promotion, everyone's had this feeling of, can we, can't we? And the anxiety is there. But every time, we sort of seem to rise to the challenge and keep going forwards. So, yeah, I say bring it on, to be honest. And it's just a matter of time before people start to recognize, which they're already doing, recognize that the town has got a lot of energy to it. So when you can focus that energy and harness it, you can do a lot. Yeah, of course. I think there's always so much negativity. You know, any kind of survey around a town, or whether you've got this. There was one at Christmas around which town has got the best Christmas tree or the Christmas lights, and there we are at the bottom as usual. And it's like, because you see that all the time, I think it then makes people think, well, can we actually do things? Because everybody else,
you're absolutely right.
But we can.
You're absolutely right. It just beats you down over time, and that's one of the things that Step Forward Luton was created for. It's to brand the town, to promote the town, ensure that we're putting our best foot forward. And it's not just this, not to say we don't have our challenges and our difficulties. Everywhere has it. But if you don't at least reconcile the good and the bad, then no one will have a clear picture. Yeah. So as you said, in December, there was a post about, it's not a great place for Christmas, but the Step Forward Luton Twitter and Facebook responded by posting all the stuff that we were doing for Christmas, about the lights and stock of discovery. So it really is a bit of a battle with mainstream media and clickbait people and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
What do we need to know, or what do you know so far about that weekend? I just wanted to say, so this is either Dee or Shelley, not quite sure. They still call it the Radio 1 Roadshow. That's how old some of us are, that it's called the Radio 1 Roadshow. It's called the Big Weekend, isn't it?
Well, it is a roadshow, of course, but yeah, it being called Big Weekend is about just, again, branding and making sure that it just hits the consciousness and people understand, oh, Big Weekend, like, what does a big weekend look to you? So, yeah, I know very much similar stuff to what everybody else does, but I'm happy to go over it, go through it, and just add a little bit of sprinkling if I can. So the tickets are due to go on sale in March, okay, and it is all via the BBC. So it's not anything to do with the Luton Council or Step Forward Luton. It's all been run and organised by the BBC and their partners. Now, they will be available for purchase, and last year they were £29 for the Saturday and the Sunday, and the Friday was £18. Okay,
oh gosh.
So not too much. The booking fee £2.50. If you think if in 1 year later they might have put a bit of inflation on it, it shouldn't be breaking the bank. Okay, first and foremost. And then I'm sure they do like competitions along the way. So if you start listening to BBC in March, I'm sure they will start to kind of promote it and give away things and make sure people have an opportunity to win a ticket as well. Don't quote me on that. That's something I feel like BBC do. So let's keep an eye out for that. And something else I was reading and was a bit aware of is that they do it geographically weighted. So to make sure that a spread of the country can go, for instance, people from Scotland, people from Wales, or whoever else can have an opportunity to come and visit the event. So even people in the town will have a percentage allocated. I don't know what the percentage is, no idea, but that is what the word is, and I have to believe it, to be fair. So nothing's guaranteed, but when I think 100,000 attendees over 3 days, a lot of Lutonians should get the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The town population is, well, going back a couple of years, 220,000. So I think there's a good chance that a lot of people can think about, dreaming about going, for sure. Yeah, I think so.
The cost of those tickets, I go to a lot of gigs, and you can't see any kind of celebrity for 2 nights for £20 odd, and 1 night on a Friday for £18. I pay £18 and more for the local bands or the cover bands and stuff like that to go and see. Okay, so an example is not last year, year before, I paid 50 something pound for a ticket to go and see the Specials in Bedford. That was one band. Didn't know who the support act were. So if you can get the Saturday and the Sunday for less than £30, you're laughing. Anybody who goes out and watches music, you know that is a really, really, really good price. So even if they've put it up a bit, that's still really good. That's still really good.
Yeah.
Hello,
So I'm looking forward to it.
Hello, Robson. Hello. So, and I've also heard, and I've heard it on the radio before, that obviously they try and do a certain amount for the local area as well. So I can't see that they would change that, because I've heard that.
Absolutely.
It's going to be massive, and this is all at Stockwood Park.
Stockwood Park, Luton, the same place I've done litter picking before. Anyone's gone round there, visited the museum, that same place. So it's on our doorstep, and it's like, I know it's at the top of a hill, like it's not far from the town. It's literally a stone's throw. So that's where it will be. But as well, if you can't go, this is the bit that I just tried to remember, is that it will also be broadcast live on the iPlayer and BBC Sounds. So even if you can't go, you will be part of it. Everyone has an opportunity to be part of Luton's big weekend. That is the scale we're working at now in terms of technology and the BBC and all this stuff. So absolutely.
Okay, so obviously on the day they are going to need volunteers and things like that. Do we know where we can find out that information, how that's going to work?
Yeah, there is an email address already out there for volunteering. So that can be found on the Step Forward Luton website. So if you just put Step Forward Luton and then Radio 1 Big Weekend, there'll be information there, frequently asked questions. And actually what I'll do, I'll jump on and put the link in this event so that it's there.
It's at the bottom. It's going across the bottom.
Excellent. Perfect.
Yeah.
So there's lots of information already there about how to register to be a volunteer, as well as there's an investment website for Step Forward Luton where it's got a lot of information for businesses. So if you want to find out how you can pitch or put your ideas to the big weekend, there is a section there. It still comes with fair caveats of you can't promise things, but at least that is the route to go down if you're a business and want to see where you can get involved with this national event.
Okay. So, because obviously they're going to need concession stands, your food, your drinks, your things like that. So have those people got to make a pitch as well? Do they need to go through that email address and say, this is what I've got?
Yeah, on the Invest site, there is a section that says, like, are you a food vendor, a local food vendor, for instance, or are you a business that wants to be involved? So it's kind of broken down a little bit, but once the BBC or their partners are receiving these inquiries, they'll go through a process of, who do we need, what service, what they're trying to do. I'm certain they'll probably have some people in mind or providers already there, partners, but that there's sections there to at least put your case forward, which is good to see.
Okay. Another question then. So do you know, or is there also, can they email in performers? So we all know local performers. Everybody must know a local performer. We have at least 1 or 2 performers on our own Simply Deez team. So
yeah.
do you know if there's going to be space for local performers?
Well, one of the stages specifically is called the BBC Introducing stage.
Introducing, of course it is.
So their intention is to put on new artists on that stage overall, and similarly, they have got the portal where you can upload new music to their like system, and then they even will keep it in the system and play it on the radio. And that, as far as I'm aware, is the only kind of route for local or independent artists to try and to get involved with it. There's not a specific local artists page that I've seen or that have been mentioned, but that is sounding like the route actually. So there is a link.
Now that you've said it, just want to point out, no D Bailey, you are not one of our local artists. Point you. We're doing the big weekend stage here, you know. It's. But anyway, so yes, I've been involved and part of the committee for Ampthill Festival for the last 10 years.
Oh wow!
The introducing stage, yes, we've had that there for about the last 4 years. And yes, so people will then contact, make that contact, and we have, like I said, in Ampthill, we have then had that stage, and it will be a number of local people, whoever has then applied on that stage. So anybody out there who is a performer, wants to go on BBC Introducing stage, it's absolutely brilliant because you're then in their system, and when they do other things and have other stages, you're already in that system. So you need to get in there. Any of those performers, yes.
Good.
I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I have thought of it now, and it is a thing. It is a thing. Seriously, it is a thing. You just need to go and apply. And obviously they will know how many they need for that length of time that they've got. And so we need to get some of our locals on there.
Absolutely.
Our locals.
I need Eze on that stage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So there's many people.
Most definitely. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get a little stage of our own just for Miss D Bailey. So she can have a little sing for herself. Okay, what else do we need to know? Or is that all you know so far?
That's the crux of it. There's a hashtag called #BigWeekend, and it does kick off the festival season. So I'm expecting some good artists to turn out just to sort of set their stall up for 2024. So if there's anyone that's on the circuit, I reckon they'll want to start it off well with the at the end of May. So that's all I know really at this point.
Okay.
As things come out, I'll keep sharing it and keep posting it and just make sure everyone's on the same page. Yeah.
So all those people that we see advertised and have attended other, Radio 1 big weekends, we're going to be getting them here in Luton. They're coming.
Come on. This is it.
And the thing is, even if you don't necessarily like that artist, you need to go anyway because it's in Luton. You need to just be
100%.
there.
100%. How many times did you get a chance to see this? So don't miss out.
Wonderful. So we have got your Step Forward Luton information. So we will then continue sharing that on our page, all through our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, just so that we can keep getting people to have that in their mind and be ready when the tickets are on sale to buy their tickets or to pick what food they're making, because we need to see. We have got food galore within Luton.
Yeah,
we need to see them up there. All the locals, they need to be getting that space and selling their food and everything. So we need to do that as well. Anything else before I let you go? Well, I don't want you to leave and get you back on. But anything else to share?
I'll stick around and just a real call to action. This is a great opportunity for all parts of the town. I know it will be concentrated in one area, but it's a chance for us to get entrepreneurial, get creative, and just see that all eyes are on us. Yeah. So when you've got that moment, you got to take it. Yeah. So keep doing more than the rest, everybody, and you know the rest.
I'm excited. So yes, because I'm not doing the Amptill Festival this year. I'm here. Okay. I'm going to be going and attending this one. Hey. Brilliant. Thank you for coming on. We will get you on again nearer the time for more updates and to share more things. So thank you for sharing with us. So don't just disappear. We'll get Nico back on and hopefully get you back on at the end.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. There was a reason. Yes, there was a reason I was meant to be here, because I wasn't meant to be here, but now I am here. So I'm handing over to you, Nico. Can I just, before I do, can I just say, make sure you talk about the fact that the carnival has now moved to a different day.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
Of Radio 1 Big Weekend, okay? I'll leave that to you.
Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. See you. Hello, Shanti. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. We thank God. Thank you for joining us. It's always exciting to hear about Carnival. I think that was, when I moved to Luton, that was the first local event that I went to. Obviously, I still had, obviously I don't have any of my own, but like all the kids in my family were young. So it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, before we start rambling on about the Carnival, if you could just let everybody know a little bit about yourself, how you came to be involved with it, what, that type of stuff. Bless you.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Shantia. I have my own group for Luton Carnival this year. Well, I've had it for doing this for about 8-9 years, roughly.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's me, basically.
Wow. I'm sure there's more. So how did you come to be involved with the Carnival?
So basically, I've always been going to Carnival, like Notting Hill Carnival and Luton Carnival too. And I got involved with Luton Carnival through work experience when I was at college.
Okay.
I was studying art and design, and we came to the Carnival Arts Centre for work experience. And I've just been kind of hooked ever since.
Wow. Okay, so do you work for them full time?
No, I don't work for them full time. This is kind of like my side hustle kind of thing.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so for people that might not kind of get it, obviously Carnival is going to be on Bank Holiday Monday.
Yeah.
So can you just explain to people what your involvement exactly is?
So I'll be bringing my, what we call a mass band, my costumes to Luton Carnival this year. And we'll be joining alongside the BBC Radio's Big Weekend as part of their event too.
Oh, right. Okay. So when you say, right, so just so I'm clear, maybe I'm having a senior moment here. When you say you're joining alongside, is that your group that's joining alongside? Or is the Carnival being promoted as part of the Big Weekend?
So the Carnival will be part of the Big Weekend as well. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So does that mean the Carnival's going to happen over 3 days? How's that working?
Just on the Monday.
Okay.
Just on the Monday.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So, so with that being said, how's that going to work?
So we'll be going through the town centre. This year the parade route will be going through the town centre. Monday, 27th of May, 12 to 6. There'll be participants from Luton's diverse community as well, taking part too.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So that's not bad. The other thing I want to ask. So let me ask this quickly while it's on the forefront of my mind, because we did talk about this a little bit on the show last week, whereby we're all really excited to hear about the big weekend and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But then we're a little bit concerned where with our carnival, it has kind of been pushed back and forth a little bit. And that is even not just from COVID. And so now I think everybody got used to it being on the Sunday. Now it's been pushed back to the Monday. Have you had any feedback about that? How do you feel about it?
Me personally, I don't mind necessarily, but it's one of them things where it's like, I've got used to it being on a Sunday and having the Monday off to rest and then go back to work on the Tuesday. But I'm not fussed really. I'm happy carnival's still going on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We were just curious as to whether you've had well, not necessarily you per se, whether you've had any feedback about that. So I just want to backtrack a little bit there because you mentioned your group. Okay, so could you just tell us a little bit about what that group is? Does it do other events outside of carnival? What does it involve?
So my group is called Lost in Paradise. We're open to doing other events outside of carnival, but we've mainly focused on doing carnival.
Okay. So where it's called Lost in Paradise, what does it do? Is it like an active group? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, just for people who don't know, so you can give them a little bit of what they could see. They'll be very excited. Say, "Oh, I saw that bloke on the radio. I'm going to go look for him at carnival." So, you mentioned as a group. What? So, do you sing and dance? Do you make your own costumes? How does it all work?
So, we literally design and make our own costumes. This year I've got 4 children that's decided to do a choreography as well.
Okay, good.
So with them 4, I've let them design and make their own individual designs as part of their choreography as well.
Okay. So I'm just trying to find out how that's going to work. So obviously, if they've got choreography and it's a movie, right? So it's what do you call it? It's a parade.
Yeah.
So does the choreography start from the beginning to the end, or is it somewhere where you're going to stop and they're going to? I mean, obviously, you don't have to give too much away, but it will be interesting to.
So with the choreography part, I'm hoping there'll be a bit where we can stop and perform. But if we perform along the parade, then we perform along the parade.
Yeah, that would be really good. So look, we've got pictures of.
There we are.
What can we say? Yeah. It's always really good. Yeah.
There's the kids as well. Yeah.
Wow. And so, with you making all your own costumes and stuff like that, do you have to do you have to bring your own materials? Do you get sponsorship? How does it work?
So, my group, we get sponsorship to be able to get our materials and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The sponsorship helps basically get everything kind of started.
Okay. And so do you have, as part of your group, do you have musicians there? So you've got dancers, obviously, because they're choreographing. Do you have singers?
So we don't have singers or any of that kind of thing necessarily.
Okay. Yeah. And if people were interested in, do you recruit? Is it just people you know? How does it work?
So if people are interested, we're always open to people coming and joining the group. They can get in contact with either the Carnival Arts Centre, the UKCCA, or they can get in contact directly with me, Lost in Paradise.
Okay, cool.
Through my social media and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that sounds really good. I'm really happy that it looks like we're gonna get some more promotion then if this is being promoted alongside the listen. I beg your pardon, the Radio One Big big weekend. I mean, obviously, you know, as we were saying earlier, Luton is on the map. Somebody was asking the question last time. Oh, but yeah, it was Cecile when she was saying, "Oh my God, would we be able to pull it off?" And I'm like, "Well, we got into the Premier League, and like Taylor pointed out, there's all that build and work stuff going on and stuff like that. That is
there's always a way to pull it off.
yeah. So yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's it really. You did mention also about the diverse group of people that will be with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw Dee there and I got all excited.
You shouldn't.
Oh,
when you
dear.
finished,
No.
I just want to say something, if that's okay.
Okay, no, not at all. Yeah, so you mentioned about all the diverse groups in Luton. So is that what your group was comprised of? Was like,
yeah. So we're comprised
of
of
put on my nosy hat today.
You could be as nosy as you want. So we have a very diverse group. We have Tishi with us.
Yeah,
We have people from many different backgrounds in our group.
Okay. Oh wow. And oh, that's really good. So do you like you mentioned that you got sponsorship, stuff like that, but do you also have representation from other organizations from those diverse groups, or are they just there representing themselves as being diverse?
They're here representing themselves as being diverse.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh wow. I think Dee's got a question here.
Sorry to jump on and ambush said show. Chantier is being very modest, extremely modest, and I couldn't. And there's not enough typing that could be done to be able to jump, so I had to jump on. Obviously, there's some people out there that know Chantier, and a lot of people that don't. I've been to his home or been speaking to him at ungodly hours in the morning. And he is working. And he is working and he doesn't sleep. And the amount of effort that he puts in because of his passion. It's not just, oh, what shall I do? And I'm just his passion. And it's not just, it's not for him. It's for so many people. And he does not get, for me, he doesn't get that recognition. And I just wanted to jump on Chantier and I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You can see I ain't joking. Thank you, honestly, so much. Tishi just kind of like, she's not the only one. She's not the only one. Tishi's my niece, and most, you know, like through Simply Deez. But Chantier works so hard. Tamar, I messaged Tamar last week because we scratched on the whole kind of the big weekender and the carnival. And me just kind of being me, was just throwing in a few little, I don't know, people might look at them as grenades, but I'm just kind of like, I'm just being me. I can't be anything different than me. And I know kind of like, I can't remember when I saw that it was posted that Carnival was on the Monday, and I thought, oh, for crying out loud. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about me, guys. I'm just talking about me. And I thought, how are people, as in followers, you know, like, you know, Notting Hill Carnival is whatever date it is, that is it, full stop. I don't know, it might be moved. I don't know that it's ever been.
Sunday, Monday.
But Luton Carnival, Luton Carnival, Luton Carnival used to be on a Monday for God knows how many years. Then they changed it to the Sunday, and then it was the Jubilee, oh, I can't remember what it was, to do with the Queen, and then it went to a Friday, and then, you know, so used to it being on a Sunday. So that way then it's like followers, whatever, it's on a Sunday now. It finishes at 6 o'clock. I've spoken to people, it's like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. People that used to come from like Reading and wherever they came from, they won't leave and travel all of that way when it's going to shut off at 6 o'clock. because it's done then, you know. And then we're kind of talking, you say carnival, I say sound systems. It kind of goes, that's how it goes. And then it's like, well, we ain't got no sound systems. We're closing at 6. We're changing the date. I don't know. And it's like, it's shrinking. Every year, this is just me, guys. Remember that. I'm not kind of like, I'm talking on behalf of Dee Bailey. I'm not representing every member of Simply Deez here. I'm talking, this is Dee Bailey. I'm just as in like, it's like every year there's something to kind of bring down the numbers and it not be the humongous event that it was. And don't get me wrong, I understand things change. I do understand all that sort of stuff. But the big weekend, I don't know if, because we're kind of wrapping with you a bit, Shantae. I don't know if Tamar's still on, but Tamar, the carnival's been going for God knows how long. And was it not the biggest carnival in, I think you were saying, when you used to see
it was the biggest. It used to be the biggest,
biggest one-day carnival in Europe. That was the label that we had. That was our title for many years. It was the biggest one-day carnival in Europe. That's not even just UK.
That's right.
And now we're most probably nearly the smallest one-day carnival in Europe.
Can I just ask a question in relation to that? This is if these timings are driven by the council, right? Is it the council that gives the license for the timing?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
Because
we have to speak to someone from UKCCA maybe, because they would know a bit more how it works behind the scenes. I know that Tony Isles is the chair at the moment, and I think it was back in December where they actually announced that it was going to be on the Monday. I'm not sure who realised what the reason for it was back then. I know I didn't, but it was back in December where they said it's going to be on Monday now. So maybe that these have been in the background for a while, and they already had spoken to them and said, look, if this weekend goes ahead.
You do not start
a big event of this magnitude,
Radio One's big weekend just then. So they've obviously had this in the pipeline. It must have been identified. So they've been in the pipeline, and I get that, but I'm with Dee. But this is my perspective. I've been going to carnival since I was a teenager, and it has grown and it's got more colourful. It's got more. It's just been absolutely fantastic. And over the last 10, 15 years, it has got smaller and smaller and smaller. Long before you guys have been involved in it, most probably. But it's we used to go from one road to that sound system, to that sound system, to that next one. Then you go up there, then you go down there. The walk from there to there would take you long. And now it's just this. It's this. And it's just very sad for maybe people of my age. Maybe that's what it is. I'm still
it's very interesting.
It's sad for me as well. Honestly, it was better when it was on those days, the Sundays. You have more time to recover. Like you're out there with everyone. People will come down from other parts of London, see your family. You'd be together. It's a massive event. So I'm sad it's not on the Sunday as well. And I remember watching a YouTube video from Mandem's chat in Luton. They had Tony Isles on about a year ago, and he was explaining the difficulties and the funding and how it's kind of stagnated. Particularly, it's the Black community that drives this event. I mean, I know a lot of people come and will see it and love it, but it's the Black community that's driven it for a long time. And the Eastern Europeans are also bringing their own flavour of parade to the event. But the Black community has been a bit stagnant because the numbers aren't growing. Nationally, we're not growing. In the town, we're not growing. And also, we have an ageing community, so the younger people aren't taking it over as much. But Shanti has a great example of younger people getting involved with something like the carnival. So there's loads of reasons why I think it hasn't grown, and there's a lot of frustration that it's not how it used to be. And I agree. There's a lot of bigger issues here. So I think that the fact it's on the Monday is kind of showing us we need to do something next year. The year after that, we need to do something to make it what it was or what it can be, because it won't be what it was, but it can be better. So I'm
Yeah.
annoyed as well about it.
Yeah,
Because
well, that's why I was asking the question if the timing and licensing came from the council, because the vibe that I get from the few people that I have spoken to, even things that Dennis brings back from things that people have said in the back of his Uber, we all know that Luton is a big, diverse town, and Tamar, you just mentioned a lot of the different communities there, but those battles in a council town are different, and it just makes me wonder where it's coming from, because not getting sponsorship is one thing, not being able to get like loads of people is another thing, but to actually sit it down to say you can't have the sound, you can't have the streets, it then kind of spirals into...
And also, there's only so much that our guests can say because of the fact that they're involved.
Totally get, yeah,
100%,
they are with different
100%.
organisations. But I can say, having been involved with the carnival about, I don't know, Remy was carnival queen for St Vincent and the Grenadines for about 5 years in a row. So we're talking about 7-8 years ago. I know this is down to the council. I know that. So it is. And they're the ones who stopped. You can't have Inkerman Street anymore, and you can't have that street anymore. So they're the ones that have pushed the sound systems out. They kind of put them into Moore Park, and actually then they don't want them there. It has been the council over the years. What's going on right now, I don't know, because I'm not part of it, but I know it has been the council, and that's their aim. Let's make it smaller. Let's contain it. I don't want to say anymore because I'm going to get angry.
But the thing is, and Tamar, Chantier, and those people that are watching and viewing, kind of know, if we're doing sort of like the shows that we do and all the rest of it and that, if you're looking for a show where we're going to nod at everything and shake our head where we're supposed to shake our head, this is not the show to be watching. This is not the show to be watching. It's not a case of me containing Cecile and saying like, well, you can't say that, and don't. There's certain things, obviously, there no cussing and no swearing, but apart from that, we have to keep it real. We have to keep it sort of like just how the honesty that we have. There's, I don't know how many weekends there are in a year, because this isn't actually the big weekend, and this isn't at you, Tamar, on the bank holiday. It could have been any weekend, right? A Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday. It could have been any weekend. So why the weekend of the carnival? And I just feel it's bumped it. And I know we're talking about it, and that's why I really wanted you guys both to be on, so that people understand it's the two events. And as Chantier said, it's a full day, because it's the big weekender plus the carnival also as well. I don't know. I feel it was bumped. That's how it feels. I'm supposed to be going somewhere on Thursday, and I've got a feeling that I might even, I'm talking about, Cecile, I might even get bumped from that now.
You're going to get fling out.
What do we fling out? Probably your name's not on the list.
You're not even getting in the door, are you? But at the end of the day, you have to just say it how it is. That is, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
I did put a post on there saying that, having looked back on Radio 1's big weekend, most of them have been that weekend, that last weekend in May. So that could be why it is that weekend.
Well, it couldn't have the Sunday, because the Sunday was already, or how does it work? We need to find that out. Is it not a case of the carnival would have already had that date, surely? Do you see what I mean?
I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know how it works. Is it like, okay, so say, for instance, we're talking today now, the 6th of February, is the carnival scheduled for the bank holiday May next year? Or does that have to be talked about and negotiated and what have you? I'm not asking you to answer that.
I think it always, I think they start kind of planning as soon as carnival's finished.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it might.
It's a good question, because when do when something comes up, well, what point do everyone decide we might change things? You know, if there's a national event, which is what it is there space for both? What's the best way to do it? And ultimately, how do you keep the majority of people happy and satisfied? That's probably what we're up against here.
But are we? Are we a national event? We used to be a national event.
We used to be.
But are we a national event now? Because actually...
No, I meant the big weekend. Sorry.
Okay, so with that, yes. And I'm wondering whether it's like, I don't know, say, for example, there's the massive football, one of those big football matches, and it's going to be played in Luton, and it would have been on the carnival day. I bet you that would then be moved because the football is a bigger event
that weekend.
Yeah, does that make sense? So like this big weekend, that is a big event.
You mean who gets bumped?
The carnival does.
So then I'd say it probably comes down to numbers then perhaps, because when you have the data, you know, okay, this many thousands of people are going to want to watch this game, the viewership is going to be taken. That's where you have to make a decision. Which is one event going to suffer because the other one exists?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah. So I can see why it's then been moved. It doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but I can see why it's been moved. But yeah,
but
that's
something Shantia said earlier that I didn't really look at it like that, and maybe I misunderstood it, or maybe I'm just an optimistic so-and-so, is that the carnival is being promoted as part of the big weekend.
Yeah.
So that is, to me, for the fact that we can't change all the other things, to me, that is an opportunity for them to put, you know, it's part of what Tema was saying, is putting the eyes on us again. And I suppose where you always say, Deez, where we share and try to get people up for it again and stuff like that. Because the political side of it, I mean, I have my views. I don't think I would really air them on here, but it's just something that can't be worked out on here. It's just something that we know it's got to be voiced. Yes. We've got to say it, but unless, like I said, unless I misunderstood what Shantier said, I thought that the carnival, I had learned that the carnival was being promoted as part of this big weekend.
That's exactly what was said, but that's not what we mean about it being moved to a different day. But
oh yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand exactly what you're saying about it being moved to a different day. But I was just. But
if you have a look at Kerry's message, and she's put, I think they moved it as they will know the most people will want to be at the big weekender, and obviously they don't want that to be a flop. So then you move the carnival to the Monday. So that means that it frees up those people who might be going to the carnival so that they can actually go to the big weekender as well.
Yeah,
and that
makes sense to me. It's not nice. I think it's not nice that they have to make that decision. Definitely, you know, no one wants to choose between things.
I mean, I suppose it's the same thing because at the end of the it's the same thing. I suppose from a courtesy point of view, if I'd made a date to go out with Dee, and then Tema came and said, "Oh, Nikki, do you want to go here?" I'm like, "Oh no, mate, I can't because I'm going out with Dee." On a basic human level, that is what it is. But that is what it is. I'm sorry, to know I love my analogies, right? But that is what it is, and that is how I take what Dee is saying because we know that the carnival finishes on it used to finish on a Sunday night or Monday morning, and then the next working day on the Tuesday, we're in the office and you're planning the next one. So you do have an idea. We all know when the bank holidays are going to be. We all know when. So it is that thing. So I do understand perfectly what you're saying, and I can feel the need for that. I was just trying to be.
It's a good analogy. I like it. I could go with it a step further and say, and you've said to Dee, okay, I'll see you on Monday. It's that's what's happened then, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's the story of my life getting blown out. I'm used to it.
I wouldn't play you out, Dee. You know I love you.
I'm only kidding, guys. I'm only kidding. In all seriousness, because I'm going
to the next day, Dee. Who is going to do that? When none of us are going to bump you We'll bump Tamar, but not you.
Only kidding. Tamar, you are a star. In all seriousness, Tamar and Shantae, we will be getting you guys back on because obviously we've got, there's a good few months to go. In fact, both of these events will be taking place over that 4-day period of May, and we want to support and sort of like both events as much as we can. So please, if there's anything at all, let us know, because obviously at the end of the day it's taking place in Luton, and that's what we do. We do support people, and obviously if there's organisations or if there's individuals that want to get in touch, all that information Shelley put on our platforms, in our chat, we'll share that again. Shantae, I know there's masses to do. If there's anything that you need, because obviously, no offense, Tamar, you're on a larger scale, but please let us know. But Shantae, obviously, I don't know whether it be materials, I don't know if there's things that you need, don't sort of like what have you in that, please message and let us know. We can get you back on, or just let us know and we can be sharing. If you need materials, I don't know, if you need models, if you need, I don't know, whatever it is, please let us know, because as I sort of said, what you're doing is awesome, and we want to support as much as
That's it.
as much
The
as we
producer's
can.
That's
it.
The producer's here.
I know.
She's come on for a reason. What is it?
I'm only just trying to nip in while he was winding down. With everything that you two guys do, we've got our platforms that we share out all the time. So use and abuse us. We've got it there that we can share it out. For anyone else that's watching, details are going across the bottom of the screen. We've got our Facebook groups. We've got, if you've got your own events going on, we've got that In Together, Share Together Facebook group. Anyone can put their details down in on there. One of those that did that, and I'm now going to go through the whole calendar of things that we need to catch up on. Tonight, if you've got anyone 18 to 25 that's having problems with their mental health, Mind have got their crisis cafe in their wellbeing centre for anyone over 18s. They're actually doing an open day tonight. So you can go in, have a look around, see what it is that Mind can offer you for your mental health. They've got quite a lot of the activities and stuff being set up for tonight, so you can go down and have a look. Before I say about the next thing, I will be going down to there and doing a live from there on our Facebook page, just to give you a quick heads up and stuff of what's actually going on there. Because tonight, she's disappeared. Tonight, Miss Dee Bailey wasn't supposed to be on our show of this afternoon because she's got her show tonight. If you haven't seen, from 7 o'clock till God knows what time tonight, all the early hours of the morning, we've got the show on. So we've got quite a lot of other events and bits and pieces coming up that she's got. We've got people on there. Yours now, Nikkei.
Bye, guys. I'm going to have to dip out now. So it was great to see you, Shantae and Tamar, and love you all.
Bye,
see you next
love
time.
you.
All right,
Take
then.
care.
Bye.
One love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
One love. One love. Next Wednesday,
Yeah.
Valentine's.
I heard that. Yeah.
It's Bob Marley's birthday today, guys.
We're going to celebrate that next week.
Yeah. It's our community Zoom on Thursday. Links are everywhere that you normally have them. Just come in, have a chat, see what's going on. Because we are going to be bouncing up and down because, as you said, one love for our members only. The Bob Marley film on release day, on Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, depending how you feel. We've got our own private screening. We've worked it out. We changed it around a little bit from last time we talked about pricing. If you're a member, it's £10. If you're a non-member, we're opening our membership back up again to give you that space for your £15. So you don't have to pay for membership and pay for going to Bob Marley. We've decided that, yes, the membership back open at the £15. So you get access to all of our experience, different Facebook groups, monies off of different events that we've kind of got going on. So for the first 4 months of this year, it's the £15 and you will be able to get into the Bob Marley film with us. No one else around. Yeah, you may want to
One love. Only because our USP, apart from all what Shelley said, we're going to be singing,
Yeah.
maybe a bit of dancing, maybe a few VIPs in the house. But you need to watch the show tonight, and you'll find out more.
Okay.
Oh, so just drop a nugget.
Ooh. Oh, sorry, Shell.
Oh, just a few. Just a few.
Can't wait. One love. I've been told I can sing.
No, not that
What?
kind of nugget. No. Where's the mute button? Mute.
I'm loving this.
Oh, Tamar, it's going to get even worse. You need to be there next Wednesday. Honestly, you're going to be OMG, the G. We don't screen just for the sake of screening, because you know that's not how we roll. It literally is a community event. You could go in, because Cineworld are going to be screening as well. You go in, that was a great movie, you come out. Not with us, you don't. It's about us as a community getting together, singing, and we get to chat afterwards. We've got about 45 minutes afterwards. We get to chat. We're going to do a bit of singing. They can't stop me. And a bit of dancing, and yeah, and connecting, which is what we do. So I need to go because kind of a bit of prepping for later. As you said, Shell, I might need to get some Zeds because it's going to be a long one. So many guests, super excited.
Cocoa time.
Yeah, all right. Make sure you got your cocoa. Yeah, all of that. Tamar, Chantier, thank you so much. Facile, catch you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Have you got anything else to share, Shelley, before we
No,
wrap
I
up?
think that's it. Everything else, Dee's got a load of bits and pieces on tonight about different events that are going on, both that we're helping out with and what we're actually doing. So
Fantastic. So thank you all for being here. You're back. Thank you all for being here. Chantier, Tamar, yeah, absolutely fantastic having you on. And like they've already said, we will have you back over the next couple of months to let us know what's going on, any updates, things like that. I've spent many a night gluing sequins and what have you on costumes. So if you need any gluey people, I can do that.
Of course.
I'm sure there's a few of us we could round up to give you a hand. But just let us know. And yeah, and that's it for today. And we will see you all next week, the day before the private showing. And we're going to have a little conversation around Valentine's Day. Is it too commercial? Do you still celebrate? What does it mean to you? So yeah, we'll see you then. See you all next week. Okay. So bye.
See you later. Bye guys.